My name's Mickey Tilley. I'm actually the president for Miami Creative Events, stationed here in Coral Gables.
Hi, Mickey. How are you today?
Pretty good, pretty good. I actually just came back from vacation in California.
Oh, yeah? How was that?
It was pretty great to be honest. Did a lot of outdoor stuff. Went camping actually. Did skydiving, which was the first time I've ever done that in my life. So it was pretty exhilarating to be honest.
Yeah, would you go skydiving again?
To be honest, maybe not. It was pretty scary to be real with
No?
you. Yeah. But I mean, overall, it was a great experience. What about you? Like, what have you been up to lately?
Well, I actually just had a barbecue last week with Jamie, and he told me that you were heading out to California, but he said that once you get back that we should set up this meeting here because you were in need of some salespeople.
Actually, yeah. So, Jamie's actually been a partner for Miami Creative Events for almost 10 years now. And I actually contacted Jamie to get advice, and he actually did recommend that we start hiring new blood and seeking new options. He suggested that we partner with a college, but it's a very difficult process to actually select a university, that would fit our needs. And it's also a new process for our company. So, this is where we're at now.
Yeah, of course. Yeah. So, could you tell me a little bit about your company there?
Yeah, of course. So we're actually a premier marketing and production company in South Florida. We are located in Coral Gables, and the company's actually been business for about 25 years. We specialize in the creation of marketing events for all types of business clients and in all industries across the country, from golf tournaments to corporate meetings to trade shows. Our company can design essentially any type of event and manage the logistics for it. So what we essentially pride ourselves in, we really enjoy creating memorable and lasting experiences for our clients. So, brand experiences that essentially achieve the client's strategic objectives. So, it's very centralized around making sure that we create lasting impressions that can come back and come back to the brand, and not only that, but leave a lasting impression on our clients as well.
Okay. Yeah, I heard Jamie mentioned as well, though, that you're having some issues there lately with losing business. Could you tell me a
Yes.
little bit more about that?
So, as you know, this industry is very volatile. It's rapidly changing, whether it's from the communication standpoint, social media, electronically. So, very volatile, really high turnover rate. So, we're having a lot of trouble in that sense, and we're losing a lot of clients. So, when he did come to me with that and suggested that we go to a university and start some kind of feeder program, that's where we kind of were stuck in a rut because. We really don't know how to approach this issue. So I don't know if you have any suggestions regarding that.
Well, did any of your clients, did they give you any reasons there as to why they didn't want to work with you any longer? Like, did they let you know anything, give you any feedback there?
Um, well, from what we understand, we spent the last month calling existing clients to assess their needs and gain some insight on their issues. And from what we heard, it's just that we can't keep account managers and sales executives just because of the high turnover rate regarding the rapidly changing industry. So social media tends to be a huge factor in this. Um, we're really seeking out new blood. We're seeking out students or employees that can give us that opportunity to grow in that sense. But that's where we're at now, essentially in that rut. With this high turnover rate, we're seeking this new blood, and we're coming at you guys to Florida International University to see what options we may be offered.
Okay, yeah, definitely. So I'll tell you a little bit here
Mhm.
about the program that I'm representing. So, like I said, I'm a sales representative from the Global Sales Program at FIU at Florida International University here in Miami. So, what our program does is it's a program at the university made up of students, primarily business students.
Right.
And the main thing that our students get, they have a really strong academic foundation. So, they have classes anywhere from market management to personal selling, as well as accounting, marketing
Right.
research. So, we have classes that encompass kind of everything to do with like business in general, as well as more specific to marketing. So, any of the students that you would be hiring from our program, they do have that foundation there to begin with. On top of that, they also have competitive training. So we have a program with our group there, and it's a traveling sales team. So
Oh,
all of the
nice.
students, they participate in competitions not only locally, but also nationally and on occasion internationally as well. So during all of those competitions, they get to show off all their professional like sales skills. So they do have actual like real life practice throughout not only the local
Of
market but
course.
also like all over the world. So that's a really good skill to have. As well, we also have a global sales lab at the university. So in that lab, they get real life practice with presentation skills, doing different types of sales techniques, as well as different ways to negotiate, like between businesses with business partners.
Of
And they
course.
also have a lot of practice in group presentations.
Okay. So,
So between all three of those things,
mhm.
all of our students, they are really well rounded, and I think that they would be a great asset there to your company. So if you were looking to hire, all of those, it would be covered with any of our
Okay,
students.
great. So you told me all these things that these students do in regards to their training, the courses that they do take, their curriculum. So how do you feel that that would combat our problem currently with our turnover rate? How do you feel, or why do you feel that these students would be well equipped in this industry and help us fight, this ever-changing environment, especially, when it comes to social media and things like that?
So all of our students, there's really high demand for all of the students coming from this program since they are, up there.
Okay.
So 90% of them are already offered a job upon graduation. So if you were looking to hire them, it's best to get in there as fast as possible. And as far as the high turnover rate, because I definitely understand that that's a big concern of yours, especially
Hmm.
with a lot of your clients leaving and telling you that that's a reason why. Of course, you want salespeople that are going to stay around, be able to form lasting relationships with all these different companies. So there's actually a fact there that students that are trained through our program have a 35% lower turnover rate than students or any person that hasn't been in this program.
Oh,
So
wow.
if you do hire from our program, you already have that 35% less chance of having them turn over as opposed to anyone else that you could be hiring.
So with regards to training, training is ridiculously expensive for our company, especially when it comes to new hires. And progressively throughout the years, we spend a lot of money training our employees. So how do you feel that this can combat our problem regarding this?
So as well, students that have been a part of our program, they on average save a company an additional $180,000 in the first 2 years of employment, as opposed to somebody who hasn't been in this program. So they have a 50% faster rate of catching on to, like the new sales techniques and everything that you would be training them on. So through hiring them, you would actually be saving money as opposed to hiring somebody else. So I know with the situation that you're in currently, you do need to hire some more salespeople, whether they're through our program or not. But if you are worried about that, about like the learning curve and about training being too expensive,
Mhm.
we can definitely guarantee that students from our program, they would be cheaper in the long run than hiring somebody who wasn't in our program.
Okay, wow, yeah. So, in 2014, our total revenue for Miami Creative Events was estimated to be about 25 million. It came primarily from 20 steady and very repeat clients of ours. And in late 2015, we actually lost two of these clients, one of which I already spoke to you about. And it was a huge hit to our bottom line and essentially cost us almost $1 million. So, everything that you suggested and everything that you presented to me regarding these students from FIU, regarding our issue with our very high turnover, seems like this might be the option for our company to pursue and try to solve these issues. So thank you for explaining all of that to me.
Yeah, you're welcome. Yeah. I definitely like to, if you have a business card, if I could grab that from you, could we try and set up a meeting sometime next week?
Oh yes, of course, and I'll also send you a follow-up email so that way we can keep in touch through there as well.
Okay, yeah, definitely. As well, we have some of the students, if they're available. Do you have a day next week that I could try and bring some of the students in so you could actually meet them and be able to interact there before going ahead and hiring them?
Okay, perfect. Of course, yeah. So I believe that Wednesday next week around 2 p.m. would work for us.
Wednesday around 2? Okay,
Yes,
yeah, definitely. That
would be
that
in
would
our
work on
office
our
in
end
Coral
as well.
Gables.
So,
Perfect.
all right, well, I have your business card, so let's go ahead and set that up then for next Wednesday at 2 p.m.
Mm-hmm. All right, perfect. We're all set up for that then, Natalie.
Okay, well, it was nice to meet you.
Perfect. Thank you so much.